Hello once again, everybody. It's time for another My Awkward Fears, a wacky video series where you, the viewer, get to learn a little bit more about me, playing with MAWii, through the weirdest way possible. My Awkward Fears. Anyway, what to say about this one? The W.A.J ghosts, as I call them. Yeah, it seems kind of weird to actually say that out loud. God, when I was really little, I had these nightmares about these ghosts that just for some reason they would just terrorize me in the most insane way out there, sort of supernatural ways possible. It's just I don't really remember how I came up with the W.A.J thing. I mean, A.J. is the first two initials of my name, but I mean, I guess just explaining a little bit more about what this is all about. Okay, well, I mean, I guess as a kid, like, who's not afraid of ghosts? I mean, it's like ghosts, they're everywhere, especially if you watch TV or movies as a kid, ghosts are everywhere. They're just sort of like that supernatural force that you just can't see, and they just sort of scare you and freak you out and make things fly all over the room and the house and stuff, and yeah. But the W.A.J. ghosts in my dreams, I don't know, it was just, like, call it mind games, like, if it were. It was very cerebral, the dreams that I had. Remember when I was little, we used to live in this lake house, and sometimes I would fall asleep watching TV, and, back then, my mom used to watch a lot of Jeopardy, and I don't know if it was that I fell asleep right after watching that, or while it was going on, but in my dream, I had a thing where Alex Trebek, the host, actually pointed up to a question on the screen, or an answer, as it were in Jeopardy, and I can't exactly remember what it was, but I could swear it said either something about my name right up there on the answer screen on TV, or something about W.A.J. Ghosts, and it was just like frozen on that screen, just with that answer. I know I keep saying question. With that text right there on the television screen, dead silence. Nobody says anything. Just nothing. It just stays there. It's just frozen like that. And it's just so crazy. I guess another one I can very vividly recall is that they started terrorizing me. I don't really know why, but I was hearing them in my dream. And, it's like, have you ever listened to a radio station really late at night? And it's like, when they sign out of the broadcast, it's always got to be some guy with a really deep voice. And it was like, I could swear that there was just this gigantic ghost right in front of me. Of course, still talking about my dream. And he was, like, talking to me. And he was saying something about, like, in that really deep voice. I know this is going to sound like the stupidest thing ever. But he said something like, "And this is W.A.J." And I could just hear it after I woke up. It was, like, echoing in my head. And I was freaked out so much. And, I was right next to my mom. And I was like, turn on the TV, because, it was like the light, basically. And I was just so freaked out by that. I could hear it. I could hear the dream after I woke up, and it was like, oh my god. And then I guess, the last one I can actually remember, because, like, those three are, like, the actual dreams I can actually remember. And it was just like we were taking a trip in the car, and we were going around, like, this mountainside or something, just this really quiet, desolate, winding road. And I can remember that the sky was, like, this yellowish purple. I mean, it looked great. I mean, it was, like, beautiful. And then you could just hear it on the radio. They were saying something in a very soft voice about W.A.J. And then just silence. It's like every time that happens, there's just silence. It really used to freak me out and just play so many games with my mind. I was just like, what's real and what's not real? Because, I mean, a little kid, like 4 or 5 years old, everything's still brand new. And I'm just like, oh my god, here I am having these really insane dreams. So, Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. That is my awkward fear.